Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, man. I'm a blessed man.
Yes, sir, we all are, sir. Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. What are your thoughts on the keys to why you've won your last 3 ball games?
I think we're playing good football. I don't want to minimize that. I think, you guys know what we're capable of on offense. I think the defense, again, has just taken so many strides over the last couple weeks. When I watch our defense play, man, I see violence. I see passion. I see everybody running the football. I thought Demo was outstanding tonight. Thought he was everywhere, man. And I just think it's contagious. I really do. I think it's contagious, and they feed off one another, and that's a really good football team, a really good offense. They've got weapons everywhere. The quarterback, what can you say about him? But again, we're playing with a bunch of confidence. Why? Well, because we're executing and we're having fun, and we're trying to honor not just Marshawn, but we're trying to honor each other with the way we prep and the way we work. And short weeks aren't easy. I mean, they're the same for everybody, but emotional game against Philadelphia, right? Then you have to come back and really, without hardly any practice this week, to be able to go and do what we did today, I think is a testament to the young men in that locker room.
It's never one player versus another player, but it looked like your quarterback had a pretty nice game tonight. Just your thoughts on how Dak played.
Yeah. I thought he was incredible. I mean, I really do. I think, throw an interception on whatever the second or third play of the game is never how you want to start. We were hot, and he tried to beat it with a throw, and the corner did a nice job. He kind of baited him into it, but I mean that's who we are as a football team. We go out there and we turn it over in the first couple plays. They go, I think, 2 plays and score a touchdown, and we never panicked. We're not going to panic. This team, why would we panic? We've got all the confidence in the world in one another, and that we're going to figure it out, and we're going to make really good adjustments. And but yeah, I mean, I think the epitome of Dak, which shows what Dak is right. We had a little bit of headset malfunction. I probably said too many swear words. My mom's going to be mad at me for Thanksgiving, but that's just Dak and I being tied together. He ran over. I really said 2 words. He knew the play, and he went out and executed. But that's the veteran quarterback, man. The savvy, the leadership, and this was just great performance by him.
Brian Todd Archer with ESPN. The headset going out, was that prior to the 2-point play?
Yeah.
And that's those 2 plays by Dak, where he steps up, evades rush, finds Javonte, then spins out of trouble. Can you speak to, could he do that a year ago? I mean, with his...
Yeah. He'll tell you he could do that. He likes the flashback sometimes that he's at Mississippi State, about 30 pounds heavier, with big pads and all that stuff. But, I mean, his instinct, his feel, Todd, in the pocket is exceptional. When you're down there in the red zone, I mean, they're tight windows, and I thought they had a couple really deals where they covered us. But, when you move and you kind of keep your eyes up, and, he's just the ultimate competitor, man. And I'm just so proud for him. I know you asked about Dak, and that's great, but I'm going to go talk about CeeDee Lamb for a second. Because I knew that Clarence was going to. But like I told you guys, there was going to be a lot of balls going to 88's way, and you guys obviously didn't report it because he had a big game. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just so happy for him. I told him, last week, I said, hey, you look back to your old self, man. I mean, just the way he's moving and everything, and it was awesome to see him go make plays against an incredible corner. I think the world of McDuffie's great corner, and they were trying to match him on CD, and I thought CD just played so good, so proud, so happy for him.
6-5-1. Have you put yourselves back in position here?
Again, I think I'm not going to get into all that stuff. We're just going to keep playing football. We're playing good football. We're riding a 3-game winning streak. We need to get to 4. And again, I think if you look at things that way, and it makes the process easier. And if we keep winning football games, we'll see what happens at the end.
And the shot play coming off your 10-yard line. Gutsy call. I don't know how you.
Remember, I've told you guys it's easy to make calls when you're a head coach because all you have to do is answer to yourself and your wife. Because that's the one that really gets after me. I'm sure she'll have a few pointers for me when I get in the car tonight. Well, why'd you do this? Well, why'd you do that? But when you're the head coach and you're the play caller, you can kind of take those aggressive shots because you don't have to answer to anybody but yourself.
Did you figure out you wanted to take that shot?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the fact that Dak is playing so well also gave you the confidence. Hey, I got a guy that I know can make that.
I'm confident in our guys, all of our guys. I'm confident in Dak throwing it and Javonte running it, Fergie, and then the weapons that we have. I mean, So yeah, it's pretty easy to call plays when you have good players, and I mean that. I really do. You know, I've called plays for a long time, and usually the plays work a lot better when you have really good players.
Clarence.
Hey, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving, man.
You too. Congratulations. I don't know, do you have any personal sentiment this Kansas City? I know I saw you coming with the game ball, and before the game, this win over Kansas City. Your mom's here. Was she rooting for Kansas City?
Oh God, no. We cheer for Kansas City when we're not playing them. But I'll share a quick story with you guys. So, 21 years ago today, I missed the only football game I've ever missed in my professional career. And the reason I missed it was because my wife was giving birth to our son Sutton. He was our firstborn. I was actually on the plane heading from San Diego to Kansas City. It wasn't Thanksgiving, and I think I've shared with you guys how well Drew did. But he turned 21 today. So 21 years later, the day he was born, we're playing Kansas City again. I have so much love for the Chiefs organization. I always will. Every time I get a chance to go back to the stadium, I do. I want to see my dad's name and his thing there in the Hall of Fame. But I think it's pretty cool that 21 years ago today, my son was born. He's 21, and it's just unique that we were getting a chance to play a team that I really love to compete against, love to win. But I'll be cheering for him next week.
GP was not on the field for the first place. We just got to ask, was that lineman related? What was going on there?
No. What was the first play? We different personnel grouping. That's actually what it was. But no, you guys would know. I would tell you guys.
Just talk about his game. I mean, I don't know if he was his normal self early on, but late he was.
He's just he's just really good. And again, it's hard to put up the game numbers he's been putting up every week, but you can see the big play there at the end. And shoot, how about kudos to Kevontae Turpin, man, hustling over the ball. And I mean, that was a huge play because obviously we needed the field goal. But look, I mean, GP, what he's done over the last couple weeks as a player is amazing. And again, I want to talk about Malik Davis for a second too. I mean, here's a guy that just does everything right. Here's a guy that, again, he gets cut and he goes home to Tampa, and then we bring him back for training camp because we're down bodies. And, I mean, all he's done is just do everything right. And I think Dak said it in there. So he runs the touchdown in, which is great. And then he runs down on the next play, I think, and makes the tackle on special teams. That's what I want the young guys looking up to, because that's what the journey's about for a lot of these young guys, right? Like, they're not all going to grow up to be George Pickens or CeeDee Lamb or Quentin Williams. There a lot of guys, the journeys is very different, and I'm so happy for him because he just shows and proves that he belongs right where he's at.
Tommy Arsh, DallasCowboys.com. How good has this defense been for you the last 3 weeks? Today, Jadeveon Clowney gets 2 sacks, and secondary steps up in crucial moments. Just what's changed from the beginning of the season?
Yeah, again, I think, we're tackling better, we're communicating better, but I really do think the starting point is the confidence of the group. Tommy, I mean, when you're playing well and you're running to the ball and you're hitting and things like that, that's a big part of it. But, early on this season, we just weren't communicating very well. We were, making silly mistakes, and the execution's just gotten a lot better. There's no magic answer. I can't be like, oh, it's been X or it's been Y. It's not that. We just have been playing really, just sound good football. The fundamentals we're playing with, we're tackling well, we're shedding blocks well. And I think that's a big part of why you've seen us really string 3 games in a row where they're playing, just fantastic football.
You talked a lot about the Spagnuolo defense and the blitz looks and how difficult it can be to ascertain. Dak Prescott doesn't get sacked today. What did you make of the offensive line making the right reads and making sure that everybody was mostly accounted for?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the first interception, we were hot. He got us on a blitz, and Dak tried to beat it. But our offensive line, man, I can't say enough about him. I mean, when you keep Dak upright, you give him time, he's just, he's going to wear you out with the weapons that we have. And, there's an identity that's beginning to show up with our offensive line. I feel it, and I'm the one with them every day, And, like, what can I say about Nate Thomas? I mean, stepping in. I mean, here's a guy, that we just, we had all the confidence in the world. We knew when Tyler Guyton wasn't going to be able to play. We knew Nate would play well, Tyler Smith. But the identity, there's an intensity and there's an attitude that our offensive line plays with, and it's violent. And that's a great thing for us.
Yeah.
Jeff Cole with Fox 4. You mentioned some of the personal family history with Sutton 21 years ago today. 30 years ago, your dad was coaching in this matchup on Thanksgiving. Here you are, your team has just beaten two teams that were in the Super Bowl last year. What do you think you would make of this day?
Wow. I think he'd be angry about the turnover early for sure. I guarantee that he was up there watching the game with Lamar Hunt. I'm sure they were talking a lot about it. But I'll share with you guys. I mean, during the game, last couple games, I carry this. It's a football card of my dad in my pocket, and I'm still connected with him, and when times are a little bit difficult, I talk to him, and then now I can just I can feel his presence with me holding that football card. My aunt and uncle gave it to me, and in Carolina, and I've started carrying it with me. Actually, I had to send my chief of staff, Tyler Boyles, in to get it last week before the game. I kind of forgot it. Sorry, Dad, and sorry, Tyler. But it just reminds me, I want to make him proud. I want to make him proud. I think he's a legendary football coach, but like I said, he was an incredible and better person and father and leader of men.
How long have you been carrying the card?
Since Carolina. Yeah, since Carolina. Number 57, Boston Patriots. So, yeah, kind of cool.
Do you speak with him? Like, when do you speak with him after?
Different times, different times. I talked to him obviously during the national anthem. That's a moment that I can kind of, I talk to God and I talk to him, and I talked to him before the game. And I'm just blessed, guys. I really am. To be raised by the mom and dad that I had, and to be able to grow up in this league and how special this league is, it's just beyond blessed. I was actually talking to Jerry before the game about it, just how blessed we are to be a part of this amazing league and this incredible franchise. And I want to be grateful, and I try to be grateful every day. But I'm so grateful to those young men in there for what they give us as a staff, because they're truly unique people. And the heart of this team is different than a lot of teams I've been on.
What was going through your mind? I don't know how many plays it was. At one point, you're out there with two rookie corners and a second-year guy.
Yeah, again, next man up. Flus obviously has been doing this a long time, and there's some calls that you can make, but I think those guys, they're going to battle. I watch those guys every day in practice, and they're going to battle. And Von's not going to back down from anybody. Quez isn't going to back down from anybody. What I love about both those guys, Mickey, is the way they tackle. You got to be able to cover in this league. You got to be able to cover people. But, man, those guys, when they bring it. And they tackle really well and physical. And that's why I think they No, you don't have time. You really don't. You don't have time to, worry about it, because the game keeps going on.
Ellen.
Todd's ready to get out of here. He's ready to get in there, Ted.
I got one more question.
Oh,
Bad
dang.
body language.
I know. I blame you weren't here with the turkeys. It's the turkey leg fault. Don't put that on me.
Belted into that seat.
Owen Henderson, Brian, like you said, it's one game at a time. You can't look too far ahead. But the way this team is playing right now, both offensively and defensively, you got to feel like if you keep building on this momentum, if you make it to the postseason, this team can make some noise.
Yeah, we'll play anybody, anywhere. I think you can see that by what we've done the last couple of weeks, and the moment's not too big for us. We just play, and then we know the fourth quarter is going to come, and when the fourth quarter comes, we know we're going to find a way to win, and I think you just keep doing that. There was no question that when we went up 10 that team was going to make a run. That's what they are. That's why they've won championships. Patrick's an incredible quarterback, but our guys just keep playing, and we came out with the ball at the end, and were able to do the Landry shift before we took the knee to honor Coach Tom.
Hey, Coach, Sydney Staples, D210 Sports. I want to take you back to February when the Eagles and the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. Could you have seen then you beating both of those teams this season that far ahead?
I didn't. I'll be honest with you, Sydney. I wasn't thinking about any of that stuff then. I was trying to put together a staff and figure out what our identity was going to be. But I did know when I looked at the schedule and I saw the stretch, and I've heard everybody talk about, hey, they got to play the Eagles, and then they got to play the Chiefs, and then it's the Lions and the Vikings. we're going to play. We'll play anybody, and the reason you have to play those games is because if we do have a chance and we do get into the playoffs, it proves to you that you're beating teams that have been in the Super Bowl. You've beat teams that have won championships. You've beat teams, and that gives all the guys in that room all the confidence in the world to go play anybody, anywhere. And so, to me, it's more of who's next, and we'll line up and play.
Last question is, what are you most thankful for?
My family, and then the chance to sit in this chair, and not because it's the Dallas Cowboys, that's pretty cool, but because of the young men in that room, the coaches, the organization, the Jones family. I'm just extremely humbled to be in the position I'm in.
Can you describe what that locker room's like when they all run in, music's blaring, everybody's good? What's that feeling like?
It's jubilation, man. I mean, I just like to literally sit back and watch them. They're the ones that bring it. They make the magic happen. So I try to sit back and I just look at the joy on their faces. I watch them dance. I see them with the Marshawn kneeling flag. I see them passing that around. How many guys want to, just kind of hold on to it and look at it. And, of course, his locker's set up in there. But, it's what it should be, And to me, this is a tough business, man. And if you don't celebrate these amazing times and these big wins, then why are we working so hard? Why do we sacrifice what we sacrifice of times with our family and things like that if you're not going to enjoy it and have fun?
Claire.
Did you get a turkey leg?
I got a bite of a turkey leg. Yeah, Tracy invited me over. I said, no, hey, Todd wants me to get in here. I got to go. I can't stay for the time. I'm just messing with you, Todd. It's Thanksgiving. But no, I did have a bite. They brought in the turkey. There's like 6 of our guys or 7 of our guys come running in with the turkeys, and I got a little bite. Yeah, I got a little bite.
Parker's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it was kind of like Game of Thrones. Yeah, Vision. Yeah, for sure.
It was a red wedding with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Clowney, can you talk about his performance? It seemed like he's just gotten better and better, more playing time. I don't know if he got his legs under him or what, but just talk about Clowney and what he's done.
Pursuit is relentless, man. I mean, he just doesn't stop. Clarence, he just doesn't stop, and he's got such a good assortment of moves and counters. Like, when you're rushing the passer, they were chipping, their backs did a great job chipping today, and his counter moves and feel for the game is what you would expect from an elite player that's a veteran that's been around, but, yeah, he's playing incredible football right now.
Tom.
How difficult is this stretch where it's Monday to Sunday and then Sunday to Thursday been for your players physically? I mean, we saw Duran go out a little bit, Malik went out. Just how difficult has that been, and how much are you looking forward to now a full, normal week in terms of getting 7 days?
Yeah, it's hard, and we go out of our way to give them the opportunities to sleep in a little bit. We give them the opportunity to rest, to recover. We have all the different modalities for recovery and all those things for them, but a lot of it falls on them. And these guys spend a lot of money. People don't realize these guys spend a lot of money away from the building too, trying to get healthy and right, and that shows you the commitment, and they understand how important it is to be healthy because again, the old saying, availability is the key. And but it's tough. It's tough, but it's the same for both people and both teams, and so that's what you do.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.